Hi everyone. So with a bit of a day's delay, I just got tied up trying to do something slightly different this week, but failed miserably. So we will try that again next week. But here we are with the latest update to PKM Weekly. So let's get to it and let's see what's in store for us. So with Capacities, they have recently posted a blog post on why they are as transparent as possible. Basically, just an article goes through just what they're trying to achieve and why they try and post as many things as possible. So blog posts, an open public roadmap, open idea and plans board, and just various other things that they do. And it really comes down to 4 reasons. Obviously, check out the article because it goes into details of these 4 reasons. But mainly, if I were a Capacities user, as in if the devs were using Capacities rather than developing it, they would like to know as well what was going on. It helps us, the user, make the best decision of whether we want to use Capacities or not. And the devs appreciate that it's not for everyone. So they just want to make it as obvious as possible of what Capacities can and cannot do and the philosophy behind it. It's the best way for Capacities to actually develop into something that the users want. So as being as open as possible, they can get feedback, comments and things from the users and try and shape how Capacities goes in the future. And there's nothing really preventing them from sharing it. They're not a secretive organization or have hidden plans. So if they can share it, they think, why not? So that's really the crux of it. But do check the post out because it does go into a little bit more detail of each of these points and their philosophy behind it. Integrations, they are on the roadmap. I think they've been for a little while now, but a user basically got a little bit tired of waiting for the Readwise to Capacities integration. So what they did is they did a shortcut through Apple, I think, iOS. Not too sure because I don't have Apple, so I can't really test it out. But hopefully I can ask the OP to just do a quick video of how, or a quick walkthrough of how to install it, get it up and running, and what it can and cannot do. But by the sounds of it, from the brief description they posted, it takes the Capacities, the Readwise author and the book title and the quotes or what you've highlighted and your comments and basically brings them in to Capacities so that you can have them there and then. I will though just try and ask OP to do a quick video on this. And then another one, this is quite an interesting post. So the user was using Capacities and then all of a sudden they stop using it. And it goes into detail of really why that is the case. So quite a long post, really 6 problems, syncing issues, backups working and not working in a strange way, document change history, low performance with large notes, high memory consumption, and pricing policy. I think I agree with a couple of these. The backups working in a strange way. It is a bit odd that you have to request it from the server and then get an email back from the server that you can download it. I know Notion do something slightly similar, but it's a bit more quicker and you can get it instantly. Capacities does take a while, although that has improved of late. And also the strange thing about the export is that if you re-import it inside Capacities itself without making any tweaks, it doesn't actually work in the same sort of way. So you have to tweak it, which is a bit odd because you would have thought export import to the same program should result in this exact same thing. No document change history. I mean, I guess that's a bit tricky to do. Needs more server space, increases the costs possibly. I'm not too sure, it's not something that I really have thought about. Low performance, I've not really had that. High memory consumption, I've not really had that. Pricing policy, I get what the user's saying. It's quite expensive if you compare it to other apps such as Notion, etc. But the thing is, it's a self-sustained team who are looking to grow the app without VC so that they basically can dictate which direction the app goes in. But there's a lot there, and there's quite a few responses as well from the users and other users. So do check that out. Now Logseq, this was just a bit of an image that someone posted. That basically these are type of things that you will be able to do with the Logseq database version. So basically just different tasks, when they're due, what's the deadline, etc. So that is something that is coming with the Logseq database version, which is carrying on with the development. There is a lot of chat about it within the Discord. It's a closed channel for the time being, but I'm sure it will open up soon enough because it does. The development seems to be taking great strides ahead, so hopefully not too much longer yet. Quick video here by OP here that they looked at Obsidian versus Logseq. So which one should you be using? Should you switch from one to the other? And other things like that. So do check that out if you are debating whether to use Obsidian or using Logseq and thinking of changing to the other one. Chatting with your notes within Logseq. This is a great tutorial here from a user. Basically goes into very detailed of how you can basically set up Logseq and Pathway AI or Pathway API so that you can chat with your notes and basically interact with them through AI. So definitely something to check out if that is something that is interesting to you. Tana Mobile, the most awaited thing of 2024, I think. But basically, we have a little bit more of an update. Olav posted on the Slack community an update. So basically, they were hoping to have it released by end of last month, start of this month. That's going to be pushed back a little bit, but what they do say is that they have got their first group of external testers from the community. So they are at least externally testing it out, although I thought that was already a couple of weeks ago. But there we go. So it's at least at a stage where it can be tested out by others within the community. They do have enough testers, so there have been quite a lot of requests to be added to the testing phase, but they have already more than enough. So unfortunately, it looks like those that missed out will have to wait a little bit longer. This is just for the iOS app, so they are imminently going to release that. But with Android, it's not going to be too far behind, it seems. Since a couple of quarters ago, Q2 I think it was, they hired an Android engineer to basically work on the Android app. So that is going on, and it has been going on for a while. It's just that the team is more familiar with iOS. They have more experience with it. So it just makes it easier to develop that one first and then get to the Android one. But it is working concurrently, or they are working on it concurrently. So hopefully it's not going to be too much of a lag until the Android app is released. But obviously first we need the iOS app to be released. So hopefully not long to go. Another update that Tana did was full screen images. You can basically now, with your images, click on them. It will open up in full screen. You can have a carousel. You can move up and down or across the images, and you can exit them out from the full screen quite easily. So it just adds quality of life improvement that you can actually see the images that you import to Tana quite easily. And then free Tana tutorials with Ev. So she's just done her 2-year Taniversary, and I think, at least from my recollection, she's now updated her website and basically has a lot of tutorials. She just talks through various different things, so time blocking, supercharger notes, bullet journaling, etc., etc. These are all great tutorials. There's a lot of them. So if you're looking to get started with Tana or looking for particular things, do check it out because there is a lot there. Obsidian October is here. So what they're now going to do this year, because usually, if I remember right, in previous years it was more about new things, new plugins, new themes, new vaults, new etc. This year they're looking at getting developers, plugin developers, to update their existing plugins, just to make use of the updated Obsidian backend, the Obsidian code that they've been changing of late, just to make Obsidian a lot quicker and a lot more resilient. So what they're looking to do is encourage existing plugin developer and community to revisit their plugins to make them even better. So that's the theme of this year, and if you're interested, do check out the links that are here for more information. An interesting one from OP, they've basically just posted on how they use Obsidian as a postgraduate student. talks through what they do, how they do it, why, the reasoning behind it, just to give you a little bit more insight of this is their process and their workflow. I think it's a great article, and there's definitely a lot there. So if you're looking to get started, or if you're wondering how other users take notes, do check it out. And then there was also another question from people that are studying. How do you use it? How do you use Obsidian? Check out this Reddit post because there's a lot of responses there. So if you are a student or you are looking to take notes within Obsidian and looking for ideas, do check that out. And then a video on how the user finds anything, bookmarks, canvas, map, and advanced search, I guess. Obviously missed out a couple of words here, or letters. So basically it comes up with, they use a group of properties, various different key things that are possible within Obsidian so that they can get back their notes, their bookmarks, anything basically, which I think is a big issue of a lot of PKM apps. Is it's very easy to input, but as I mentioned last week, when you're looking to output data or get something out of it, that's when it starts to crumble. So OP just posted something here that they use to hopefully make that easier for them and for you. Other apps, quite a few things. So Heptabase, they've refined the algorithm for quick find. Basically, it prioritizes various different things within the app. And you can also now capture content to Heptabase through ShareSheet. Absolutely no idea what that is, but as it's iOS related, but hopefully it's of use to someone. The Remnote clipper, that's gone and been totally rebuilt. So it's a lot more efficient. You can do a lot more things within the clipper itself. So if we check it here, you can easily save and take notes on any web page, add content easily, save and select text as notes, and a lot more. So do check out the clipper or update your version of the clipper if you haven't already done so. AppFloy, a great upcoming app. So if you're looking on how to get started with AppFloy, do check out this 10-minute or so video. It goes through the basics, goes through how setting it up and how to use it day to day. So definitely worthwhile. Affine, they've posted or they've updated their blog with a lot more posts on how to use Affine for various different things. This one here was kickoff meetings and agendas. So how basically you can set up your Affine to take efficient meeting notes and be well organized. Upnote, I thought I'd mention this one because I see a lot of posts of people saying, why are you talking about Obsidian and Notion when Upnote basically is the best of both worlds? So if that is the case, please do let me know. If it's not, also please do let me know. Or if you have any strong feelings about it or pros and cons of Upnote, please do post them in the comment section because I'd love to hear more about it. Anytype, basically they've posted a video on cultivating virtual community spaces within Anytype. So if that's something of interesting to you, please do check out the video that's been posted. And last but not least, the lonely world of convincing people to use PKMs. This is an interesting one because what the user does is basically they use it for various different reasons. They use note-taking apps, knowledge management systems for various different things, such as remembering what they wrote, connecting thoughts together, track relationships, manage plans, tasks, etc. And when they try and speak to other people about it, they hit a bit of a brick wall, and they are posting about their experience of why it's so difficult of convincing others to use PKM apps. So that's it for this week. Thank you very much for being here again, and I shall see you next week. Thanks. Bye.